welcome to the deep dive. So, today we're doing something maybe a little bit different.
Oh, yeah. What do we got?
We're stepping into the grammar court.
Okay, intriguing. Like a courtroom for bad grammar.
Exactly. Think of it as, a quick look at those really common, uh, pesky English grammar errors that
Yeah.
seem to trip everyone up now and then.
Right.
And our evidence, our source material, comes straight from episode 6 of the English Undercover podcast.
Ah, okay. I remember that one. Pretty fun approach.
Yeah. So our mission is pretty simple, just to shed some light on these common mistakes so, you can spot them and maybe avoid them in your own writing.
Yeah, and I think framing it like a court case is, well, it's clever because it's not just about dry rules, is it? It's about like the impact these little errors have.
Totally. It's about clear communication, making sure people get what you mean.
Precisely, getting your message across accurately.
Okay, so first case up. The charge involves your versus your.
The classic. Seen that one a million times.
Right. The charge is basically confusing the possessive you're with your, the contraction. The podcast used this example. You're amazing. So what's the foul there?
Well, your Y-O-U-R shows something belongs to someone, right? Possession.
Mm-hmm.
Unless amazing is something you own. Well, it doesn't fit. Your Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, that's just short for you are.
Exactly.
Huh.
So what they meant was you are amazing.
Spot on. Simple when you break it down.
And the grammar court verdict in the source, guilty, naturally. The sentence was like 100 proofreading push-ups.
Uh-huh. A bit of fun, but the point stands.
It does. So the big takeaway for you listening is when you're writing your or your, just do a quick mental check. Am I saying you are?
Yeah. Or am I showing ownership? That little pause makes all the difference. It stops that common slip.
Okay, next case. Also a big one. It's versus its.
Oh, another apostrophe battle. Yeah, the charge is mixing up possessive its with the contraction its.
And the example from English Undercover was, the dog wagged its tail.
What's wrong with that picture? Well, again, it's that apostrophe. It's it apostrophe s is always short for it is, or sometimes it has.
Right.
But if you're showing possession for it, like the tail belongs to the dog, well, that's just its, no apostrophe needed.
So it should be, the dog wagged its tail. Plain its.
Exactly.
The grammar court's verdict here. Guilty again. Sentence was an hour in the apostrophe education unit.
Love it. Keeps it memorable.
It does. So for you, the key thing is just remembering possessive its is the odd one out among possessives, no apostrophe, unlike, say, Sarah's dog.
Right. It's weird because we usually do use an apostrophe for possession with nouns, but it follows the pattern of other possessive pronouns like his or hers, no apostrophe.
Good point. Okay, final case for today. This one's about me versus I.
Yes. Subject versus object pronouns.
The charge is using I incorrectly when me is actually needed. The source example. He gave the files to Sarah and I. Where's the error?
This is where that little trick comes in super handy. The one where you remove the other person.
Yeah, the removal test. So take Sarah out.
And you get, he gave the files to I. Which, well, just sounds wrong, doesn't it? Nobody talks like that.
Definitely sounds wrong. It should be.
He gave the files to me. So when you put Sarah back in, it should be, he gave the files to Sarah and me.
Perfect. Simple test, clear answer.
It really cuts through the grammar jargon.
And the grammar court's verdict? Guilty, of course. Sentence, write me 50 times on the blackboard.
A bit old school, but effective.
So for you listening, that removal test is golden. If you're ever unsure about me or I when there's someone else involved, just take the other person out for a second and see what sounds right.
Yeah, it works almost every time for checking compound objects like that.
Okay, so let's quickly recap our trip to the grammar court. We looked at your versus your. One's possessive, one means you are.
Then it's versus it's possessive,
Yeah.
it's has no apostrophe, it means it is or it has.
And finally, me versus I. Use that removal trick to figure out which one fits when it's part of a pair.
And the underlying theme, sort of echoing the judge in the source material, is that getting these right, it's not just about rules for rules' sake.
No, it's about clarity. Shows respect for your reader, ensures your message is understood.
Definitely. And, thinking a bit broader, sometimes these seemingly tiny errors, they can actually shift the meaning or maybe even affect how seriously someone takes your writing.
That's a really powerful point. And maybe that's our final thought for you today. Start noticing these small details. See how tiny grammatical points can subtly change the emphasis or even the core meaning of a sentence. Pay attention in your own writing and when you're reading.
Yeah, developing that sensitivity to language, it can make a real difference.